Hello, welcome to the Chat Lounge. My name is Belinda Ashlyn, and today I have one of the most incredible guests. She is a founder. Apparently, she started the Rebecca Kimeli Cancer Foundation, because today we're going to be having a conversation on cancer awareness. I would like her to introduce herself properly and then give us details about the foundation that she started and why she started it. So introduce yourself properly to our audience first, then we can proceed.
I'm happy to be part of this show today. My name is Rebecca Kimeli, and I'm the founder of Rebecca Kimeli Cancer Foundation. I'm a public health officer by profession. And I started this organization as an NGO in 2021. Initially, it was a CBO. Yes.
What's the difference between a CBO and an NGO?
An NGO is a non-profit, non-government organization, and a CBO is a community-based organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you move? Why did you transition from the CBO to the NGO?
Because I wanted to reach as many counties as possible, and an NGO gives you that opportunity to go to every county, than a CBO where you just do it in your community according to how you just registered it.
Interesting.
Yes.
You see, currently in Kenya, let me just talk about Kenya. We are facing this issue on breast cancer, and October is a month of breast cancer awareness. Apparently, you're the go-to lady because you have a foundation, which makes it even most interesting part of this mini conversation. I want to know why you started this particular foundation and how is it benefiting the society, because I'm so sure as we are talking, most people, even when we uploaded this any particular poster for this show, people were asking what else can we gain from this particular show, because everyone is questioning this agenda on breast cancer. People want to know what else can we learn from this? How can we even create this awareness?
Yes.
People do not have much information about it.
Okay. You asked why I started this organization. First and foremost, I am really happy that you can appreciate October as a breast cancer awareness month. This is a month where we give hope, support, and create awareness on breast cancer. Another thing why I started my organization, some years back, I was still employed by the Ministry of Health. I took care of my cousin who suffered from cancer, but this was cancer of the throat for 3 years. And when he passed on, I took an initiative to help other people so that they won't suffer like he did. So I quit employment. I took 1 year off for my mental health, to get my sanity after I lost him. And I did a lot of research on cancer. I literally did just research on cancer, not necessarily what cancer.
You didn't.
Yeah, then I have a friend, a very dear friend, a doctor. It's called Dr. Kim Mangoa. He asked me, why are you keeping this information to yourself? Instead, you should help the community, help people get this knowledge. Yeah, and somehow it was therapy for me. And I did a lot of research and realized one of the leading cause of cancer death in Kenya is actually the cancers of reproductive health, which is cervical cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, yes, and all other forms of reproductive health. Yeah.
Interesting. So your main focus is on all many cancer?
No, I only focus on cancers of reproductive health.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. What are some of the most common risk factors for breast cancer?
There are very many. There are very many risk factors. And first, even before I go to the risk factors, I would like to explain to people what breast cancer is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yes. Breast cancer, this is where an abnormal cell in the breasts outgrows out of control and spreads and grows into a tumor. And if not treated, it can be very fatal. Yes.
And how do you know, by the way, you've started experiencing this breast cancer or it's beginning to grow? How do you know? Physically, without first visiting the hospital?
There's symptoms that they present themselves. Number one, you can experience some changes in size, shape, and appearance of the breast. You can as well get abnormal discharges from the nipple. There can be changes in the color of the breast. For instance, if someone is white, it turns to be pink. Yeah, the breast turns to be pink. And if someone is chocolate or dark, the breast turns to be more darker.
Oh.
Yeah, that is one of them. And also some symptoms are like the peeling, the peeling of the skin, the peeling
around
of the skin on your breast, the skin of your breast. And you can as well experience dimples, like dimples on the breast, which looks like a peel of an orange, like the dimples. The skin of the breast has
Where
dimples.
Exactly? On the nipples?
Surface, no,
just
on the whole
it?
breast, the skin of the breast. You experience some dimples, like an orange peel. Another thing, you can also have inverted nipples. Or a flat nipple. Yeah, that is one of the signs.
And you've talked about fluids getting discharged from your nipples. How about if you've never delivered? Is it also possible to have those discharges?
There are some discharges, you can look at it and just find it abnormal. So when you experience such a thing, you go and see your doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Age at which I'm at risk of getting this particular breast cancer?
According to the Society of Breast Imaging, number one, they say women after 40 should have their breast checked annually. Yes, and teenagers up to the age of late teens and up to the age of 20 can do self-examination.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the self-examination, can you?
Yes, I can demonstrate.
Okay.
First, you can, if you have lumps, it is good to self-examinate yourself every day when you shower. You start the examination right from your armpit. You go down and round and round and round your breast.
We obviously have a stone
but
inside.
You should familiarize yourself with your breast.
Okay.
That is why it is important for you to self-examine so that one day when you feel there's something abnormal, that is, maybe you have a lump, it's moving, or you have a lump on your armpit. Those are things you should rush to the hospital. It might be a cancerous tumor and you don't know, or a mass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what types of screen tests do we have?
For screening, we have the normal one that people know, the mammography, the mammogram test. We have molecular imaging. We have magnetic imaging, and we also have ultrasound.
Do we do them based on the stages, age?
The basic one that we all know is the mammography, which, I mean, if you want to go to hospital, the first thing you say, I've never had a screening. You don't have cancer, but you just want to know if your breast is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at what age should I start going for these screen tests?
As I said, you can start from the age of 20. And for the teens, they can do self-examination.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're 40 years and above, it is advised that you have your breast checked at least once a year.
Interesting. So from what I know is that we have different kinds of breast cancer. We have the invasive and non-invasive.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us more about the two?
Okay, invasive cancer, this is where the cancer cells are spreading to other parts of outside the breast. It can be to the other lymph nodes, tissues, and even organs. That we say, medically we say it metastatizes. It becomes metastatic, meaning it is spreading to outside. and
other regions.
Yes, and actually this cancer cells start from the milk duct. Yeah, the breast is made of a milk duct. We have the fibrous and the milk the lymph nodes. Yeah.
So it starts from the milk duct.
Yeah, the milk duct. Yeah.
Okay, so which means higher chances of you getting that breast cancer is when you are a bit older and you've already delivered.
Actually, there are so many risk factors. Number one, now because we talked about the all those what makes the breast. If you have a dense your breast is dense, meaning it is the fatty tissues are more. They are less, sorry, than the what makes the breast. You have high chances.
So how do you know?
When you go for your mammogram test, you will know. Yeah.
So it's also important to go for the mammogram.
It is very important.
Okay.
Another thing, it's of course, if you're a woman, you have a risk factor of getting cancer. Even men do.
They don't have breast though.
They do have breasts. Men also get breast cancer, and if you get your periods when you are below 12 years, you have high chances of getting
the breast cancer. Why?
Because of the hormonal imbalance.
Okay.
Yes. And if you get menopause, a late menopause after 55 years, you have high chances of getting breast cancer. If you've never had a child, you have high chances of getting breast cancer. If you have a child after 30, your first child after 30, you have high chances of getting breast cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes also we have something called inherited DNA, which changes and becomes a cancer factor. And this DNA changes, inheritance is from a parent to the child. But it does not mean that all of them can cause cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. You've talked about the family influence. You've also talked about the hormonal factors.
Yeah,
like
and I forgot actually. There's women in menopause. They use this hormonal therapy, menopause hormonal therapy, which is also very dangerous to them.
What is now that you've taken us to menopause hormonal therapy? What is it for?
It is to control the symptoms of menopause. Menopause
it has its own symptoms.
Yeah, menopause can be crazy. Yeah, it's just So people take it to control the
How long do they last, by the way? The symptoms for the
they can last as long as they want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this menopause hormonal therapy is not good because it's a combination of two hormones, the estrogen and the progesterone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just let the body be. So sometimes people have to reduce it.
You've talked about hormones, the risk factors. You've talked about hormones. You've talked about the family history. Can you talk to us about the lifestyle that can put you on risk of getting this particular breast cancer?
Yeah. Number one, obesity can cause. Lack of exercise. What is being done in terms of research for cancer, right? So far, what I know, there's something called, the scientists have come up with this research where they give targeted immunotherapy. When I say targeted, it means they're targeting the specific cell that is causing the cancer and spreading through medication. Yeah. Yeah, that is the current research done.
Okay. What other ways do you do? I mean, do you practice in order to create this awareness and also education in terms of cancer? And let's just focus on probably the breast cancer only.
Okay, one thing about my organization, for instance, we deal with cancer patients in rural Kenya. Not the ones who are already diagnosed. No. our agenda is actually going to the field. We do health education. We educate people about the cancer. If it's breast cancer, we go educate people about the breast cancer. We tell them of the importance of screening. We create awareness, of course, then we do screening. We partner with other counties and other organizations to do the screening. So once we screen them, the purpose of screening actually is for an early diagnosis. You know, when we diagnose you early, it is easy to treat that disease. Unlike just using maybe traditional medicine, which I don't refuse, it's not bad to use. But people are ignorant because they're not educated. And then you go to hospital, you're already in stage 3, 4, you know, then there's nothing much can be done. Yeah.
So do you people partner probably with government organizations or even government hospitals in order for you to give these particular services to people?
Previously, we used to partner with the Beyond Zero, which was in every county, because they had the mobile clinics, which helps you to go to rural, you know, one village to the other. And yeah, we partner with county governments that we have in Kenya. And sometimes you have volunteers. Sometimes in every project you get other organizations. There are so many organizations that are dealing with these cancers. So once in a while, yeah, you partner with them, you do the projects.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how do I play part, or how do I be part of your organization?
Number one, it is free and open to everyone. You can check on our website, recancerfoundation.org. We have a place where you can write us an email and you can be part of us. We also have social media handles, which we're still working on. We have an Instagram page, Rebecca Kimeli Cancer Foundation. We have a Facebook page with the same. Yeah.
Or what you've talked about from your foundation is that you only provide the education part.
It's more of prevention and control.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you planning to advance in terms of offering the services later on in life?
Definitely. I am a big dreamer. Maybe in future,
I like that.
I might have a cancer center and I will take in all my patients. Yeah, and I help, because one thing I know, it's very expensive to treat this cancer. And the Kenyans, if you look at the average wages that people get, it cannot sustain them in terms of medication. You know, there are so many things. Yeah.
So how do you deal with people who are already affected by this cancer itself, the breast cancer? How do you deal with this whole situation? Watching someone experiencing this whole journey.
Actually, that's a very tough question, because I can imagine what their families are going through. It is not easy. It is financially draining and it is emotionally draining, because you would wish, I mean, you know, you look at someone going through the pain and you're like, no. So the best thing is to give them hope, and just make them understand that even having the cancer doesn't mean it's a death sentence. And yeah, I encourage them to go for their treatment, because some of them give up. They actually give up along the way.
The patients or the family?
The patients themselves, they give up. And if they don't have someone who's there for them, strong for them, yeah, they lose hope.
Okay.
Yeah, and also feed them well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I support if I have a person who is facing this process? How do I support my friends or even the family? A family member, I mean.
When you're if you have someone close to you, for those who are Christians, they can continue praying, because you know, sometimes faith is something good, and yeah, encourage them to continue their treatment, and just keep assuring them that there is hope. I mean, because there are some, you tell them stories of survivors, you know, there are people who survived from cancer. Yeah, you just encourage them. Yeah.
Interesting. How else would you tell people on how to create the breast cancer awareness among people, not even specifically breast cancer,
Yeah.
but cancer in general? How do you advocate for that so that it can be outside there?
If it was possible, actually, most of these hospitals we have in Kenya, considering cancer is become something which is it has become something which is draining everyone. It is a sad situation. I mean, if we have like this breast cancer awareness month, they can as well just give free screening, you know, free screening. I mean, I'm encouraging everybody to go for screening, be it cervical, prostate. Apparently, men fear going for prostate cancer, the screening.
Why?
I don't know, but most of them, I don't know. They just don't like it. To convince a man to go for screening, actually, it's hard.
Okay.
But everyone should at least once a year go for screening.
Okay.
Yeah, and because I'm doing reproductive health cancer, we have something called cervical cancer. I'm not going to talk much about it because it's about breast cancer today. But we have the vaccine. There's a vaccine. Why are people ignoring? They're just getting spoiled in hospitals. So it is important to protect ourselves.
Are they free or they're charged?
They are free. They are free in public hospitals, and actually they get spoiled.
Okay.
Yeah, for kids from 9 years old, it's up to 9 years old. Yeah, and if you never took it before, and you're 26 and below, you can still have the vaccine.
Can I access it in a private hospital, or it's only in public facilities?
No. They are there. They are there.
Okay.
You just go to hospital when you're going for your screening, for your breast cancer screening. You inquire. I'm sure the healthcare providers will give you the information.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So location-wise, where can we come and get you? Where are you located? If we cannot find you, probably on your social media platforms, because that's something else we'd want you to share. I
would share my number, my organization's number, where you can make a phone call and you just reach me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share with us.
My number is 0710 694 722.
And your social media platforms?
I said Facebook, Rebecca Kimeli Cancer Foundation. Instagram, Rebecca Kimeli Cancer Foundation.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned the website.
Oh yes, and the website is recancerfoundation.org.
Okay, interesting. Apparently, I have really gained a lot from this session, and I would love again to meet you again, and we have conversation around other reproductive cancer awareness. So it was quite insightful. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone learns from today. I mean, you have some information to keep and help yourselves.
Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, this has been the Chat Lounge. I have been your host, Belinda Ashley. Till next time.